in the lab is one of the most polished prospects in the NBA draft. From the University of Washington, Markelle Fultz. At 6'4", with a nearly 6'10" wingspan, Fultz has excellent size for an NBA point guard. But the most dangerous part of his game might be his herky-jerky playing style. 0.3 of a second before he changes direction, Fultz consistently opens his shoulders roughly 20 degrees away from the area he's about to attack. Since that's about as long as it takes a human to react to visual stimuli, this movement often baits a defender into shifting his weight in the wrong direction. And with an elite first step, that hesitation allows Fultz to easily create as much as 4 feet of space when dribbling. So to put his offensive skills to the test, we challenged him to a game of 5-on-1 against a slightly different kind of defense. Fultz will have to get to the hoop while avoiding throws from our pro dodgeball team, who can rifle rubber at more than 60 miles per hour. That means Fultz could have less time to evade a throw than an MLB batter would have to swing at a 125 mile per hour fastball.
This is not a usual thing that you do in basketball.
No, but a lot of stuff I do is unique, so I mean, I think it's a challenge that I'm ready to do, so.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Come on!
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Fultz dodges the first ball with a step-back move, which stops his forward momentum in just 0.12 of a second. Then, to evade the second throw, he uses his 36-inch max vert to raise his center of mass more than 5 feet above the court. He beats the third defender with a spin move as fast as Russell Westbrook's. And then he evades the fourth with a crossover as quick as Kyrie Irving's. And with only one man to beat, Fultz rises up and throws it down.
Yeah! That was hard.
It was. I mean, I think next time we should see you do it.
I'll get hit by everyone. I won't be able to avoid one. It was pretty awesome. Well done.
Appreciate it.
To analyze one of the best playmakers in the NBA draft, we brought former UCLA point guard Lonzo Ball into the ESPN Sports Science Lab. At 6'6", Lonzo is more than 3 inches taller than the average NBA point guard. And this length helps Lonzo drop dimes. In our lab, he consistently identifies the open target in less than half a second. And using his long levers, he's able to launch passes as fast as 38 miles per hour in just 0.21 of a second. That's about 40% less time than it typically takes Aaron Rodgers to get off a pass. But in order to truly test Lonzo's passing skills, we enlisted his brothers, D'Angelo and LaMelo, and of course,
That's that big baller style, baby.
his dad, LeVar. And we swapped the hardwood for the blacktop.
What we're gonna do is literally have you pass through traffic.
Wait a minute, with your car moving?
With it actually moving.
Oh man, this is serious business now.
Let's go.
That's what That's what I'm talking about, creativity. Let's go, Mello.
So with LeVar behind the wheel,
What if that ball ricochet hit you right in your face?
Lonzo will have to whip the ball through 2 small 2-foot wide windows to complete the pass.
Woo!
Ready? Go!
As the SUV approaches at more than 10 miles per hour, Lonzo leads his target by nearly 4 feet. This trajectory causes the ball to enter the SUV less than 3 inches from its grab handle. And because he fires this pass at more than 31 miles per hour, it's able to clear the next window with less than 0.03 of a second to spare. That means if Lonzo launched this pass just 1 mile per hour slower, this ball gets jammed up in traffic.
How did that feel?
Felt good, you know? I got the best passer in the nation, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Amazing.
Hey,
For real.
any other stuff you come up with that ingenious attitude, come see the Ball Boys. We'll do it.
You're on.
In college, Lonzo Ball shot a respectable 41% from the three-point line. But how will his unique jumper hold up at the next level? Find out. We brought him into the ESPN Sports Science Lab and wired him up with a state-of-the-art motion capture suit. Now, compared to a more traditional form, like Steph Curry's, in Lonzo's shooting motion, the ball has to travel about 20% farther to get to its release point. And because he brings it up from his left side, before he starts to flick his wrist, his right forearm sits about 50 degrees from the ideal vertical position. But just 0.12 of a second before he lets go, Lonzo rotates his right hand directly behind the ball's vertical equator. This normalizes his shot's trajectory, and it allows him to impart almost the optimal amount of backspin on the ball. Now, at times, when his shot is rushed, he can't fully rotate his hand. And because launch velocity accounts for the majority of shooting errors, this sideways release can increase his chances of missing left or right. But what should keep Lonzo's shot effective in the NBA is that his quick release usually gives him enough time to finish this last-second adjustment. In fact, even with these unorthodox mechanics, he's able to consistently get his shot off about 13% quicker than the NBA average. That's only 0.02 of a second behind the release of Golden State's Klay Thompson. Stepping into the lab is a dominant forward from Duke, Jayson Tatum. With a 6'11" wingspan and a max touch that's more than 1.5 feet above the rim, Tatum has a defensive range of nearly 3,300 cubic feet. That's larger than the range of two-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard. But it's not just his defensive potential that's getting Tatum traction in the draft. So to test the limits of his scoring ability, we want to challenge his ability to battle his way to the rim.
Hear ye, hear ye. Jayson, it is now time for you to be knighted in the Sports Science Lab.
It's gonna look better than that.
In a sports science first, it's time to go medieval. Jayson will have to earn his knighthood by dunking in armor, with the added weight representing defenders hanging off him down low. The wrought iron chainmail weighs 20 pounds.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done by far.
But he easily flushes the rock home. So the next step was to keep piling on the armor. Tatum now weighs a whopping 270, almost a third more than his normal body weight. With our aspiring knight ready for battle, we let him charge. Compared Compared to a normal dunk, the armor restricts his shoulder's range of motion by 30 degrees, and it reduces his apex by 10 inches. But with launching power that equates to more than 2.5 times his body weight, Tatum gets enough air to slay the rim.
That was amazing. How did that feel?
Like you're carrying the whole team.
Entering the lab is one of the top point guard prospects in this year's draft. From Kentucky, De'Aaron Fox.
If you had to pick one trait that you feel is your strong suit, what would that be?
Speed, most definitely.
Most definitely.
It's not even close. It's definitely speed.
And in our lab, those wheels were on full display. In our acceleration test, Fox is able to dribble from the three-point line to the hoop in under 1.3 seconds. That's about 15% quicker than we clocked Cleveland's Kyrie Irving in the same test.
Now, you're known for having really fast hands.
Well, I've always had quick twitch muscles, and I'm able to get my hand on a lot of basketball, so I think I'm pretty quick.
So to really put those paws to the test, we brought in an athlete who relies on his hands for a living.
In the red corner, from San Jose, California, standing at 6 feet 6 inches with an 82-inch reach and an 18-1-1 record with 12 knockouts, Gerald Washington! And in the blue corner, the challenger from the University of Kentucky, standing just above 6'3" with a 79.25-inch reach and a 32-6 record, De'Aaron Fox.
We're not in a ring, so I'm not in a... I could probably hit that door faster than y'all expect.
Now, Fox and Washington will each have 2 basketballs in front of them. A sensor will randomly light up, indicating which ball to swipe. The first to touch the ball wins the round.
Ready! Hands in holsters! On the light!
His hands are so quick. That was difficult.
Now, Washington is actually able to accelerate his hand at a slightly faster rate than Fox. But Fox's insanely quick reactions allow him to make contact with the ball, on average, about 45 milliseconds before Washington. This helps him win 6 of 9 rounds.
Congratulations. Fastest hands in the lab.
Thank you.
Stepping into the ESPN Sports Science Lab is a versatile big who helped lead Gonzaga to the national championship game, Zach Collins. Collins has a standing reach of over 9 feet and a wingspan that's longer than a California King mattress. He couples that length with hands that are nearly 9.5 inches wide. That's bigger than the hands of one of the NBA's top shot blockers, Miles Turner. Now, to see if anyone can block this 7-footer shot, we brought in some high flyers, D1 volleyball players from USC.
So when was the last time your shot was blocked?
To be honest, probably never.
Probably never. 3, 2, 1, go!
On a triple block, these Trojans present a defensive barrier of roughly 130 square feet. But using a sky-high 9.5-foot release point and a sharp 50-degree launch angle, Collins is able to clear them on every attempt by just inches.
All
right, so how was that?
I enjoyed it. It was something different that I've never done before, and I think it'll only help when there's just one guy guarding me.
Stepping into the ESPN Sports Science Lab is a standout center prospect from Texas, Jarrett Allen. At 6'11", Allen has impressive hops for his size, notching a running vert that's 4.5 inches higher than the average NBA center. This gives him a max touch of over 12 feet, the highest we recorded from any 2017 NBA draft prospect.
Do you feel your shot blocking ability is your #1 attribute?
I feel it's up there, you know, being how athletic I am. I'm able to block shots, so it's fun.
So to see if he can move laterally as well as he can jump, we challenge Allen to do one of the hardest tasks in sports, blocking a soccer penalty kick. The goal, which we prop up to be as tall as the rim, is a third wider than an NBA key. And the area Allen has to cover is about the size of an average 2-car garage. But Allen utilizes his insane 7'5" wingspan to extend and defend. He's able to deflect 7 out of 10 shots.
You went 7 for 10. How do you feel?
I mean, I feel good, you know. You said the goal was 10 feet tall, so normal goalies can't even do that.
All told, the data reveals that he has a net defensive range of nearly 3,700 cubic feet. That's even bigger than the range of an elite defender like Utah's Rudy Gobert.